Welcome, Divine. Welcome to Golden Mission 144, where the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine have been so brave. They have looked within. They have shined the light that they've always carried onto themselves, discovered what hasn't served them, and dealt with it. Congratulations. That's what Ascension is all about. That's what Ascension is all about. And every time you take flight, you learn more and more about yourself. And it becomes less and less turbulent. You become stronger. I haven't seen that the stuff has stopped yet. It's just that you don't stop. You set your eyes on where you're going and you go. Oh, cards are upside down. There we go. So, coming in, I had to make sure of that. So, it looks like the cards did come in upside down, but it was my actual cards that were upside down. So that supports there. So when we get this card, we get our 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands is very unique to us. Because this is an aggressive card. We don't want to act like it isn't. It's indeed an aggressive card. It's just... Can you guys see me? There we go with the light. There we go. This is a very aggressive card. The only thing with this being a very aggressive card is that it's an aggressive card in defense and readiness. So this just shows where the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine are. You guys aren't in the same place that you were in before. The things that come your way just do not faze you like they did before. You have conviction about yourself, and what that means is that when things come your way, I'm not going to say you're not fazed. You're not surprised. Okay? Because you have an awareness now, an awareness of yourself and awareness of others. So you're not surprised at the things that come your way. I get to keep on going because this is going to get better and better. So this is what I have going on with the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. Okay, we'll take this. The Magician came out peeping at us. The reason we're going to take the Magician that comes out peeping at us is because the Magician is a very important placement. So the Magician actually talks to us about our powers of transmutation. So basically what I have here is that the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine have recognized that it doesn't matter what comes their way, and it doesn't matter what shade of darkness it is, which I'm getting bring you hell, that the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine are in a position that they're able to take action and transmute that. Their awareness and their consciousness, their concentration, their power is at a place where they can actually transmute whatever you throw their way. So this is for everything, you guys. This is for that manipulation that the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine have dealt with for years. People wanting to manipulate them because they discover the inner light of their soul. So what it looks like is that statement of don't take my kindness for weakness. But in actuality, the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine were taken as being weak because of their inner souls. Now that they have discovered each other on the earth plane, the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine have validated each other to each other. So at this point in time, you'll recognize that there are divine feminines and divine masculines who have said, I see you, I see you. So those things don't work anymore. The divine feminine, divine masculine have been able to transmute anything that anyone has had to say about them and anything that anyone has tried to manipulate towards them. And I also get that the guilt piece is not there because they have the awareness to see through everything. You guys are in such a different place. It's almost like, don't come to me with that because it will not go far. This is where we are with the divine feminine and divine masculine. Don't get me wrong that I do have that you do go through your process, but you're at a different place now of overcoming and transmutation, that you know that if things go to the left, and I'm getting if it hits the shit, that you do know how to transmute it to get this situation back. And understand that transmutation is transform, and that is the divine feminine and divine masculine power, that they have the ability to transmute darkness to light. That's the point of this whole thing. You'll discover that the twin channel that we do have associated here, you'll see in the comments, and you'll also see in the description that it is all about transmutation. It's actually transmutation lifts, keys to lift him and her up to help transmute things that have kind of been stuck in the psyche for a very long time, conscious wise. Those are the things that block us up. But whenever we're able to transmute those things to light, then it's not the same. What that looks like is that the divine feminine and divine masculine are saying, oh, I see this clearly that you were trying to manipulate me into doing this. So instead of that, I'm going to check in with myself, see what it is that I desire. And because I have that ability to sit in that awareness, then I'm going to respond back to you in the truth of myself. That way, the divine feminine and divine masculine are not controlled beings on this planet. They live in freedom when it comes to other individuals. Let's see. All right. So then we also come out with the Judgment card, okay? So the Judgment card is very important that we're getting, that's coming right after that positioning, because this is that rebirth, that inner calling, you know? So what's happened is that Judgment is not just... Judgment isn't just coming in a way that it will be coming according to what the divine feminine and divine masculine have experienced with others. Judgment is coming in a place of where the divine feminine and divine masculine are at a place where they have to answer their calling. They have to answer their calling as being divine beings. You can actually see in this card where you can see the trumpet actually blowing, and you can actually see what we have here is male and female body who are really almost like they're answering their calling of their divine being and who they actually are. The divine feminine and divine masculine are at that place and on the journey where they can't deny who they are in any placement at all. Being in that space for the divine feminine and divine masculine lets them know that right here within this bunch that you see, all you see is the divine. That is what you see there. You see those who can hear the call. You don't see those who aren't able to hear the call. That's what's happening with the divine feminine and divine masculine right now, that you guys are starting to link with those who are able to hear the call. This grouping, you're grouping with your soul group, which means that that's why you have new love coming in your life. If you had a catalyst, that catalyst has moved out of the way swiftly, and now you have a divine union that is coming in that aligns with the higher vibration that you've reached in your ascension. At this point, you're also recognizing that you're connecting with people throughout your journey. These are people that you have known throughout years, but because you're on a different vibrational level, you did not align. So when I told you before that your soul group is aligning and coming in with you, you're recognizing that it's not necessarily new people, it's people that you've already known. Now don't get me wrong, you are getting new people too, but there's also people that you have already known, but now you are vibing at the same frequency, and you're asking yourself, why haven't I been hanging with these people all along? And you're recognizing that it's because you have now taken on your calling and actually sitting in the truth of who you are as a divine being. And it is now opening up new doors for you to align align with people according to those vibrational levels. It also puts you in a place to have a soulmate twin flame union. Why? Because you are aligned at the level of the soul, which means that at that placement, then you can also align with someone that's there. If you weren't aligned in that placement, then you can't align to somebody for a soulmate twin flame relationship. It's not possible if you are not connected to your own soul. You guys have put in the work in many areas, and this is why this is coming out. It is very important after this placement, because it also shows that, hey, not only is it that things come my way, that I know that I have the ability of the magician to transmute this experience into something that works together for my good. And I also can't deny that I have the ability to do that. I understand that that is my functioning as a divine being. I also know that I can't play around with people like I used to play around with, acting like I wasn't divine, that it is a new season that's coming in, and you're starting to align to people according to vibe. Not because you don't want to align to others, but you understand that this is about behavior, and you're recognizing that this is a vibrational universe, and things, people, and behavior according to the vibe are aligned to different things. You've discovered that you want to align to a new way of living, and in aligning to a new way of living means that you're aligning to new people in your life who share the same vibration, and that's why you leveled up in the first place. That's why you ascended, for new experiences. You're now at the place where you have many options that are coming in your life. You can choose those options. You're moving out of a scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset is that there are people who love me. There are things that are available to me. There is money that's available to me. There are things that are available to me. I am taken care of. I am loved. There is peace. You're moving out of that scarcity, and you're recognizing that we are on the abundant planet. That's what Earth is about. Look around at the other planets. I mean, we're here. We're at the manifestation point. Here is all about overconsumption and abundance. So to have the mindset that there is only less in connection to you has something else going on there. When we can look outside and we can see that in the same spacing that it is available for someone else. So you're recognizing that this is something that you are creating, that you are co-creators in the design of your life, and that the energy is available to you to align with something that is constructive, of promoting of you as a divine being, or you can align to things that take you down that path that you've been down before. You're at a new place now where you're like, I have power not to go, that I wasn't helpless in those situations like I thought, and it wasn't just happening to me like I thought. You guys have power now, and you're actually choosing better situations for you. Okay? So I asked myself, well, did this come in upside down? And you know, I do read my cards upside down in reverse. So this is interesting because this does come in reverse. Now this is the 3 of Cups. Now this would be a point of community, friendship, you know, and things of that sort. But when it comes in upside down in reverse, this is letting me know, which I do like this. This is letting me know that you guys have moved into a different placement. And I'm going to go ahead and do the second card just to make sure I know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Okay. That's exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Because guess what else comes in upside down? The 4 of Wands. So you've understood that the community and the friendships and the associations that you had before, that they aren't your link into your 4 of Wands. We know that your 4 of Wands in your life, that is your celebration, your freedom, your excitement. That is you having everything that you desire. This is it, you know. This is aligned to your person that you desire to have. This is also aligned to your pentacles that you desire to have. This is also aligned to your emotional state, well-being, your intuition. You have everything that you want right here in this card when we go Four of Wands, okay? Bingo. Then we also had with the Three of Cups that would be the celebration of. With both of these coming in reverse, then you're understanding now that it is not about following. It is not about following the guidance of those around you previously to get to your Four of Wands. That they actually led you astray. You're recognizing now that going within and discovering who you are and what you desire is what's gotten you closer to. And I'm getting love. That's what's guiding you closer to love. And you're recognizing that the track that you were taking and following, the friendships, the community, guidance, the friends, things of that sort, took you far away from it. You created a version of the upside down Four of Wands. And I'm getting that you have recognized now that that's no longer a placement for you guys, which is really, really, really good that you're in that space and that you're like, no, it is me within that determines where I am to be and who it is that I am to be with. And you guys are pretty set and serious on that. Pretty set and serious. Is there anything else we have to say here? All right, we'll put those down and we will grab another deck is what I'm getting. All right. So we'll grab the John Holland deck. I've already shuffled these cards, but when I put them in my hand, I just do it again. All right, you guys, check out on the Twin channel. It's going to be all about transmutation of that analytical thought, because as an intuitive being, I told you that's the light worker channel. As an intuitive being, you've probably dealt with excessive analytical thought for quite some time. And that has been the one thing that has interfered with that manifestation ability that has come on the chopping block for us to address. So with that coming on the chopping block for us to address, which is perfect because this comes in with the John Holland cards, this is stepping out on the world in a new way. This is considered what we would say, which is the Fool card within the John Holland. But it's stepping out on top of the world in a new way, which is what I have for you guys. Why? Because it comes out with the movement, choices, and decisions. So it's exactly what I am saying, that now that you guys are coming into a new way of being, then you understand that the analytical thought process that you've had before has been what has gotten you caught up in a lot of those stopping of those manifestations. The reason why you know it is because the twin flame journey lines everything up with having a specific person, a counterpart that is outside of you that often leads you here to the journey. With that person outside of you, you recognize the key of what's inside of you being linked to what shows up outside of you. What I have right here is that you're getting ready to start on a journey of a new way of how you're coming up with your choices, decisions, and movements. And it's not through that analytical processing that you were doing before, because we are intuitive beings, which means that the divine universe will inform us. So this is coming out on the Twin channel, and you'll recognize that those are contradictory forces once you start to rise in ascension and heighten in your gift. You remember me talking that that's what all of this is about. Well, it's coming in more and more. That is the phasing that we will go into now. So that will be airing tomorrow. Transmutation of excessive analytical thought for the intuitive being who does it naturally, but is it working for you? This right here comes out. This is the Hermit card according to the John Holland. The Hermit card showing how you actually go within and gain the knowledge. Go within and gain the knowledge in a place of solitude, but it's not in the place of the analytical thought process that has been going on for the divine feminine, divine masculine. It's the process of going within to align, which is important because the Hermit card actually teaches us that the Hermit card is that we go within to determine the answers of life, the universal laws, and what it is that we desire and what it is that we know. We don't necessarily weigh it by the things that are external. So this is beautiful to come up right after, because that's what's going on with the divine feminine, divine masculine. You guys are following your inner player, your inner guide, and it is telling you exactly where to go and where not to go. You are tackling what is considered to be that devil energy in your life that allows you to turn away from yourself and to be more keen to the organizations and programs and structures around you when it came to what it is that you are supposed to be doing, versus going in directly and following yourself. In doing this, it is changing things in your life. I want to know, tell me specifically what has already began to change for the divine feminine and divine masculine according to actually taking these actions that they're taking. Wow, disruptions and towers are happening according to this. So with this coming out, that lets me know why we know that many are recognizing who their catalysts were before. We're also seeing where people are changing who they are going to align to. You see these pieces broken up, almost like it's all changing, like that little game that we used to play where we just stick the blocks inside. That's what I'm seeing when it comes to this. Well, they are being rearranged at this point in time. So you have people who were with people before, they are no longer with those people anymore. You have them going to align with the people who they are supposed to align with, and you have the people separating from the people that they are not to align with. This is all about new beginnings. We've been talking about it. Endings and beginnings. We were more in the endings. We are now headed heavily into the new beginnings. So we know that these positions are happening. They're happening because that window is open. Let's see. All right. Rejoice in celebration of these new beginnings that are coming in, because you guys are starting to align with those who are aligned with you. These are reciprocal connections that are coming in. These are reciprocal friendships. These are reciprocal alignments. You are no longer aligning with people according to the titles, whether or not they are family, whether or not they've been loves for a very long time of investment, whether or not they've been friendships for a while. You guys are aligning to people according to who you are. All right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Divine feminine and divine masculine, that is bringing in the love in your life. Those soul connections are there for you. Congratulations. I think that is the perfect card to end on. Congratulations to you. Let's see. Do we want to go into... Let's pull Ancestors and Angels card and see if there is a closing message that we give. I also think I might even go into extended. In the extended bundle, there is a catalyst reading in there for those of you who have recognized that you received a new person who is fully in that twin energy for you, and you're recognizing the catalyst experience that you had. So there is a full reading there. And it looks like we might even go into a little bit of detail even when it comes to you guys, because there is some new love. You guys are in some new relationships. So not only that, I feel like there is going to be an extended reading that I'm going to go ahead and do after this, because some of you guys have walked into some new connections. The shaman comes in and it says trust in higher forces. That is what you are doing. You're aligning to yourself and you're aligning with the universe. You're no longer aligning externally with the people around you, and you're using it as a compass. The message says trusting your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. I love that. There are no more distractions on your end. You are going within. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. Oh, is this not perfect? Did I not tell you that what was going to be airing on the Twin channel is that we no longer do all of that analytical thought? We don't have to do that. That's the whole point of being a divine being and receiving intuitive guidance. You just like get it. Randomly drops in. So, isn't that perfect to come in here reading with this shaman card? And then it says the shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. Well, I did tell you that's exactly what we're going into, that you're going to recognize that you have been functioning in your gifting for quite some time. It's just the energy has been used against you and to exhaust you. So this is beautiful to say that you are a divine being, even if you've had that process before. You're just now learning how to get it to work for you. So this is beautiful, and it is right on time. Check in with the Twin channel tomorrow, because I tell you, this is almost like the perfect commercial reading. So it is all going to be absolutely wonderful. Check out the Catalyst reading that is in the extended bundle. If you have already purchased that, you just log in and it is free to you. Those of you who have not, then you understand that you will always get more for the price of one. I think right there now it's already, there's 4 in there now. I'm getting ready to add this 5th one or so that is in there. So all of those are in there, and you get them all. And if we go on to another week, then you will also get those next week extendeds, and you won't pay anything additional. Like the ones who bought into it last week pay nothing else. Right now we're going on a 3-week span, so there will be the readings of next week that will go in there as well. So wonderful. The golden mission is union within self, then union with others. If you need any additional support, there is a full course down below located in my golden mission school of Generation Holds to Goal. There is also a book, Judi Walk, where Judi takes the walk that you guys are walking, and Judi actually gets there. Not only that, there are additional extendeds and courses available to you, including Introduction to Transmutation, as we are getting ready to go to higher levels of transmutation. If you are still dealing with some of those heavy external transmutations, really in the pain area, you might want to go ahead and look at Introduction to Pain Transmutation, as we are now in the transmutation of analytical thought, so you see exactly where we're going here. These are divine lives that we are creating, and they are not leaving any stone unturned for you to have the peace, joy, and fulfilling life that has been promised. Seems to be beautiful. Take care of you. See you soon.